I'm Alessandra with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the REV'IT Erin women's jacket available at RevZilla.com. So the REV'IT Erin women's jacket is going to be a classic black leather jacket with an old school feel to it, and it's going to come in around the $600 price point. So this is a premium jacket. If it looks familiar, that's because it's replacing the Bellecour jacket from REV'IT as well. So Bellecour was very similar, but what you're going to notice off the bat when you compare them side by side is that this has much more of a luxe finish. The other updates are going to be in terms of styling as well as protection, and we'll get into those in a minute. Before we get into that, let's talk about sizing. So Helen to my left is 5'6", 135 pounds, with a 36-inch chest and a 30-inch waist, and she's wearing a size 38. So this is available in sizes 34 through 44. 38 fits her pretty well, and this is pretty consistent for her in terms of REV'IT sizing. That said, if you are concerned about sizing, don't worry, orders over $39 ship for free. And as always, if you want to see what other women's jackets are available at RevZilla, click and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So let's get into the details of the Erin jacket. So as you can see, it's a leather jacket. It's going to be a full grain leather cowhide construction. Full grain cowhide leather is typically going to break in a little bit easier than a stiffer leather. You'll notice that it has also a little bit of texture to it. So over time, it's going to change in terms of color, and the more miles you put on the jacket, the more that you're going to see it. If we get into the actual protection of the jacket, so I actually have the new Seesmart armor right here, and this is from REV'IT, so proprietary to REV'IT. So if you're familiar with REV'IT Seesoft, that was a little bit more of like a foam feel to it. This is going to be a really flexible molecular armor, but it does have a preve curve to it. And the reason why they have a preve curve to it is so that when it is in the jacket, it's going to just form right to your body there. One thing to note though, a change from the Bellecour to the Erin, is that this is going to be CE level 1. So you are giving up a little bit of additional protection like the CE level 2 that you got in the Bellecour for this low profile look in this jacket. So that said, we're going to move on to the rest of the jacket. So if we start at the top here, you'll notice kind of this classic asymmetrical zipper with this mandarin collar. So one thing that I just want to call out before we get into the rest of the jacket is the collar here. It doesn't have a collar stay. So when you do have it open, it could potentially be a little bit annoying at higher speeds because it might flap. So at the end, I'll have Helen zip it up for you and you'll be able to see what it's like snapped. You're probably going to want to keep this collar closed when you're at higher speeds. Moving down the rest of the jacket, you'll see it snaps on both sides to keep those from flapping, and you have this nice ribbed leather stitching behind the zipper. At the bottom here, you're also going to have this leather cover to prevent the zipper from scratching your tank. If we move up to the shoulders here, I mentioned that there was that Seesmart level 1 armor in both the shoulder and elbows, but you're also going to get this really nice rib stitching over the shoulders. This nice leather overlay is going to give it that really like luxe feel to it that you didn't have in the Bellecour. Helen, go ahead and turn to the side for me, please. So at the sides here, moving down to the elbow, you have that armor there, and then you'll also see this nice circular leather overlay here for a little bit of additional abrasion resistance. At the bottom here, you're going to have a zipper closure, and go ahead and lift your arms up for me, please. When we look at the sides here, so this is a major change from the Bellecour, and the reason why it's major is they're not just going from Velcro closures here to buckles. Yes, it looks a little bit more authentic on this jacket, but as you notice that there's no stay, so these are going to flap as well. So if I were you, I would probably just figure out where you want this set, and then go ahead and take some zip ties and maybe cinch those down. One other thing to note before we turn around is the overall fit. So Helen has her arms out front here, and you'll notice that there is no gusset or accordion stretch panel here to give her additional movement. The other thing to note is you won't be able to really see it, but at the front, the bust is a little bit tight. And I think that on the old Bellecour, they wanted to kind of reduce some bunching, so they made the chest a little bit narrower. But when they did that, they not only made it a little bit more restrictive at the bust, but Helen tried to lift your arms here. They also made it so that you can't lift your arms very high. So if you're on a bike that has lower handlebars and you're kind of a position like that, it's going to be okay. But if you have mini apes or ape hangers, this jacket is probably not going to be the best option for you. Additionally, if you're a little bit more busty up top, you're probably going to want to either size up or look at a different jacket. All right, Helen, go ahead and turn around to the back for me, please. So the back of the jacket is just going to be really clean and simple. One thing to note though is that there is a back protector pocket, and that is prepared for the Seesoft RV back protector. It does not come with the jacket itself. At the bottom of the jacket, you'll also know that notice that there's a drop seat here. That's just going to give you some additional coverage while you're on the bike. Helen, go ahead and turn around to the front and go ahead and open your jacket for me, please. So on the inside of the jacket, you're going to get this pocket here. You'll notice that there's a leather detailing at the top here. This is, again, just a nice little detail from REV'IT reminding you that this is a higher end jacket. Now open the other side for me. On the other side, you'll see another pocket with this nice little image kind of telling you where the armor is, as well as what the construction of the jacket is. And then at the bottom there, you'll see a little belt loop, which is nice because you can go ahead and just snap those to your jeans. You can go ahead and button up for me, or zip up for me. So one thing that we couldn't see because Helen's in front of it is the 8-inch connection zipper at the back, and that is going to attach to any of REV'IT's pants as well. It's a nice option just because it's going to give you some additional coverage. All in all, great classic option from REV'IT. The only thing that I would potentially change is just giving a little bit more room in the bust. Women come in all different shapes and sizes. Having a little bit of flexibility there is really nice. That said, if you want to see what other women have to say about the REV'IT Erin women's jacket, click the info button on our desktop or mobile device and see what they're saying in the reviews at RevZilla.com. If you want to speak to one of our lady gear geeks, give us a call at 877-792-9455 or shoot us an email at cs@revzilla.com. Thanks for taking a look at the REV'IT Erin women's jacket. I'm Alessandra, and I'll see you on the road.